Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel.
It is from those very upstarts that many goblin industries now reside today. The Venture Company, once such upstart, came to dominate many a goblin life outside of Gizan, our island home. The promise of wealth and the promise of fortune has stripped many into servitude. After years of greed and wasted opportunity, former goblins of the Venture Company have founded something new. The Duratar Labor Union now stands as a testament to what could be. A callback to the upstart goblins of the past. Though, one thing always remains in goblin culture. Greed, which now seeps deep into the labor union's core. It's up to you to find a way to make it in this hostile world and seek to become your own upstart through hard work and determination, and stand out amongst the rest.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. And today we are doing Turtle WoW. Yes, I am revisiting Turtle WoW and seeing how this goes. I have not done much of this in a long time, and I figure, you know what, I might as well give it a shot again. I'll go ahead and see what I can do about it and what I can do with it and stuff. And this is all new to me. I'll be honest. This is all new to me. So I have no idea what to expect from this.
Be good.
But I know one thing is for sure, and that is we're going to definitely be doing our best here, right? Doing our best with this, and all that fun stuff. There's quite a few quests already out the gate.
What's up?
Go ahead and grab all these.
Keep it real.
Kill quests, collect quests, everything else. This is all brand new stuff. This is all custom to the Turtle WoW scene and all this fun stuff. And I cannot wait to see what to expect on this Blackstone Island that is off the coast of Duratar. Always interesting. An interesting sight indeed. I'm gonna move our camera around to where we like it, and we'll move spells and stuff around and see what we have at our disposal. Exit strategy: increase the movement speed by 40% for 5 seconds. Cannot attack or cast spells. Prospecting, mining, and jewelry crafting skills is increased by 10. And aggressive negotiations, which is to increase a lot of our weapon skills. And a bow specialization. That's quite interesting to give to a goblin. But I can't judge. Alright. So, I hope everybody is having a great day today. Everybody is doing everything they need to do to get by the day and all that kind of fun stuff. And I will say that I am too. Turtle WoW is definitely a server that I'm not really used to anymore. I used to play it back before it became an official thing, when I guess you could consider it a beta or an alpha. I have played it a lot in the past, but I haven't really played it recently. With all of its new changes and all of the stuff that comes with it. So, forgive me if I get a little lost on the Turtle WoW. If I get a little lost here. Not really my intention to try to become lost.
Got the best deals anyway.
But, unfortunately, I might do some stuff that is a bit random. You know. Or out of what people normally see, because I'm not really too sure what to expect. So, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and see what kind of damage we can dish out here in this zone. Now, I have played a goblin in the past to try it out when they released the High Elves and the Goblins for the first time. And the old Goblin Zone was actually in Stranglethorn, not Stranglethorn, Stonetown. in Stone Talon Mountains. In a little remote part, I guess, of Stone Talon, where you would normally fly through. It was like a little window dressing for flight paths. So that was the last time I've seen something like that. Um, so I have not seen anything about this zone. I have not watched any videos about this zone. So my knowledge of this zone is next to zero. So forgive me if I am a bit if I get lost and whatnot. Um, and these videos for Turtle Wild might take a while. I'm probably only gonna do this episode for this week and see as a test run to see if it's a good enough series to actually follow through or to not follow through. If Goblin is the right choice for me, and if it isn't, I can definitely play a different race. Maybe go Alliance, maybe go Horde on a different setting. All that kind of stuff. Definitely see about it. What needs to be done, essentially, to make the series for this enjoyable. Because I know there are some people out there that play Turtle WoW, and they take their time and they do their own bits and they do all that kind of fun stuff. And some of them have editing skills that allow them to jump cut through hours and hours and hours of content to make it work. Unfortunately, I don't have that, and that's not my style. Right now, I have gone into a routine of a style where I just do 30 minutes of trying to speed run leveling, speed through leveling, and all that kind of stuff, purely to see how much I can do within a short period of time. So, with that in mind, if this server can complement that style of gameplay, if people enjoy that kind of style of gameplay, I'll do it. But if it doesn't, not much I can do. It's kind of out of my hands in that regard, you know. But always on the table. Just depends on what I can do and what I can't do on the server. I do like to level as fast as possible and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty much why I like playing on Ascension or retail or classic retail kind of deal. I'm more of in that regard, but it's all up in the air, right? If anything, if this does well, I might make a post for the community to see if Turtle WoW is gonna be good enough. See how this video performs is definitely going to help gauge that as well. And with that engagement, I will either try to make something work with it. If I can do 30-minute videos, if that's fine with the people who like the slow path, the slow rates of leveling, and all that kind of stuff. Or I can do these as live streams. So I can make videos on other stuff, and then every once in a while I'll do a live stream for Turtle WoW. That way I can engage with all of you guys while I'm playing it. And maybe don't feel stressed about leveling too fast. You know, 30 minutes is my limit, and that to me is the sort of sweet spot that I want to aim for. Obviously. And if I do Turtle WoW and the leveling is slow, or if it's not to a certain speed that is desirable for video making purposes, I can always just go, well, I can do 2 to 3 hour, maybe 4 hour live stream, depending on who actually tunes into the live stream. Will also dictate on how long I do the live stream for. And I can probably get swaths of stuff done while also trying to, you know, do stuff with you guys. But that's for another time, right? That's something for another time. But yes, this is a test run video. Try to get as much done on this as I can, and see how much I can do in a short frame of time, while also trying to keep things at a decent pace. Obviously, me playing Warlock will probably not help in that case. But regardless, it may or may not. Definitely something to think about, as I do. Being resisting to the last two Shadow Bolts is not ideal. I know the server is very, very particular about a lot of stuff. In fact, you know, if I do a live stream of this, I might not even play the Warlock. I might play another class. Just depends. I do want to do stuff with people involved and viewers involved. So this is just a test run to see how it goes, see what kind of audience I'll gain from it, and see what comments I will also receive from it, and all that kind of fun stuff. So, yeah.
What's up?
Turn all these quests in, level 3. I'm gonna switch out this Coca-Cola for actual freaking water.
Yo.
Yeah. That way,
Yeah, what
I
do
can
you want?
actually do stuff.
Hurry back. Hey,
Whoa,
glad I
got
could
a
help.
bunch of quests here.
Time is money, friend. Have a good one.
Turn that in, grab
Rio,
that,
I got what you need.
grab this,
Hurry
because
back.
that's my class quest. Wherever my class quest is, Mysterious Stranger. I don't see a Mysterious Stranger hanging out anywhere here. And I don't know if he's actually in the building. And I don't see him in the building. Okay. Alright. I will say there is a lot of quests here.
Yo. Hurry back.
They don't do a whole lot in terms of giving me experience, but they do the job. They do the job. Go to Foreman Blues. Now, on retail, I do have a goblin on retail that I like playing, and it's a priest. But unfortunately, I didn't see priest as an option for goblins, or I would have done a priest. Unless I no, I don't think I overlooked it. I think goblins here can only do warriors, hunters, rogues, warlocks, and mages. I didn't see a priest option, unfortunately. Or else I would have done a priest option. Because goblin priest to me is pretty funny. That on retail I have a goblin priest. And I have well, for those who are still new to my channel and maybe don't know a whole lot about me, I do roleplay on retail WoW and classic WoW if I can manage to do that. I tend to make characters based on the tunes that I'm working on, and dish out their story in my own kind of way. I don't really go into the whole role-playing thing whilst being on here, because kind of awkward, I guess, unless I have friends that are willing to play along. But yes, that is the one thing about me. I play on role-playing realms, I play on role-playing servers, so I tend to like making a community based around, you know, working together and to share character stories and everything else in between. That is pretty much a priority in some of my agendas and stuff, but it just depends. And on retail, I do have a goblin that I do roleplay on, and she is a female goblin priest that I do as like a rival story, because in retail, the goblins are, the main character is an upstart trying to dethrone Gallywix and try to become the next trade prince/princess. And thanks to the new goblin patch that came out and the defeat of Gallywix, I had my priest fulfill her sort of story role, and with Gallywix out of the way, she has now become a trade princess of her own cartel that does not need to be afraid of Gallywix's pressure and other types of stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much the storyline that I have going with that, with her. I might make retail videos if people want to see retail videos, but it's not going to be the best. in that regard, but options. I can tell you right now, options. Definitely options. Let's see. Amber Topaz. Gem. Interesting. I know they had gem jewel crafting added in, so I could see where that is. Looks like a quest to go to the beach.
Have a good one.
Delayed shipments. And we'll go ahead and grab all
Be
this.
good. Time is money, friend.
You know, I ain't gonna lie, this is a lot of quests for a starting zone compared to all the other starting zones. I can't say that's a good or a bad thing. I mean, if you over flood the starting zone with a bunch of quests, like, I don't know. I'm sure some people enjoy it, but I find it kind of overwhelming. In my personal opinion, I think it's overwhelming. A few good quests that leads a short narrative, I think, is probably better than a long narrative with a bunch of quests. But just me. Kind of weird. But you roll with the punches, right? Rolling with the punches and getting all this stuff done. Dispatch of all these giant crab people. Crab people. They take all my mana just to destroy. Ain't gonna lie. They take a lot of my mana. Almost all of it is gone already. Kinda wish I had an imp clicking this thing up. Clicking this up quite a bit. And I don't even know where my class trainer is. I ain't sure where my class trainer is. Is she in town? Guess she's in one of the towns. I would have figured they would have had all the trainers at least in the spawn area. It makes it convenient. Well, I guess convenience is not really the key part of Turtle WoW, but hey, that's a critique. It's not a big critique either. Patchwork gloves, I'll take that. Ba-ba-ba. For a classic plus realm, I do feel the classic in it. The plus part is definitely there. But I've also played enough SOD to really ruin my perception of actual classic. So. And even then, I think Blizzard's relaunch of Classic has made Classic a little faster and a little easier, I guess, in the long term. So I'm not really used to this being this long. Can't say I hate it, but at the same time, it's like, man, maybe I should choose something other than Warlock. Just to speed it up, you know? I think the Scrabblers, or is that Scrabbler? Yeah, Scrabblers are probably in the water. Out in the water. Out in the water. Out in the water. Sir. Out on the ship. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. You know, this realm, Turtle WoW, is not just, you know, a PvE or a PvP server that is advertised as. It's actually a role-playing server. first and foremost, it was founded on the ideas of roleplay, which eventually became, well, raid-oriented and PvP-oriented and stuff like that. But that's because a lot of normies got in on this server. Which, well, it's to be expected. If you're running a role-playing private server, you're gonna get a bunch of normies trying to change the server into something that was never founded on those principles. Which, you know, I can't fault them for it. I can only blame Turtle WoW itself to come up with that kind of perspective. I will say that if these videos for Turtle WoW become really popular, and I start building a community that also plays Turtle WoW, and to the point where if I do streams for Turtle WoW that I want to do, I can have a community, I can probably build a guild and do roleplay oriented stuff with it. I think that would be pretty cool to engage with my community in that regard. I'm pretty sure there are some other YouTubers out there doing the same thing, but I don't think they ever turned it into a role-playing community for the game. So, I'm thinking maybe this is an idea. Maybe this is going to be the idea that helps this series that I want to do with Turtle WoW. You know? And maybe, just maybe, can work something out with it, right? That's, you know, these are the goals that I want to have for it. You know? And, see what you guys think, right? If anybody watches this video, leaves a comment on this video of your character name, maybe, you know, character name, or even better, if you see this video, leave a like, comment on the video that you might be interested in my idea of creating a guild community on the server that I can interact with you guys while I do my live streams or just normal videos on, and we can go from there. I mean, you know, better yet, you know, there's my character, Bravelocks, you know, send me a message in game, like, send mail to this character or whatever, your character name, maybe some ideas that you want to have implemented into this, you know, hypothetical guild idea that I have. I mean, I can definitely work with it. I can roll with it. Heck, you know, I have roleplayed a little bit on retail about, you know, a trade princess for a cartel. I don't know if there's many cartel guilds on Turtle WoW because I have not played in a long while. But maybe we could set up the first cartel sort of guild on this realm, and do role plays, maybe community stuff within my community. Maybe extend the reach out to the rest of the server. I think that would be a pretty cool idea. Maybe homegrown would be awesome. But, you know, these are all hypotheticals. These are all just ideas I'm spitballing out while I'm trying to do the leveling and stuff. I mean, with slow pace like this, it gives me more than enough time to talk about stuff. Maybe plans for a potential series on this server. You know. And I know there's at least one person that has commented on my videos for the Duskhaven videos to try this realm. Probably also sees an idea that we could do something like that. Maybe. Just maybe. You know, having me play the realm is one thing, you know, but maybe we can go further with it, you know? See what we can come up with. What is it? Seeds have been planted, and now we must wait for it to bloom results kind of deal. Regardless, it is typically an idea, you know. it's a good idea. In my mind, it's a good idea. Definitely in my mind, it was something that is considered a good idea. We'll see how it goes. I can do a couple videos of this, maybe once a week, or, you know, whatnot, just to gauge how my community feels about certain things. I am in the feel it out part of my YouTube videos and stuff like that, where I'm feeling my community, seeing what they like, what they don't like, and going from there, you know. And sort of move the idea, move all that kind of stuff around, and see what's going on, you know. What's that? Oh, I forgot to grab that logbook. Maybe I should go grab that logbook. Let's see. Go down. Where is this book at? Is it inside the ship, or is it lingering on the outside of the ship? Those are the questions that need to be asked.
My mana is low.
Mana is low. That's bullet. Bull. Bull. Alright, is it inside? It looks like it might be inside. Well, if it's inside, I'm gonna need to take a breath. Gasp. Need to breathe and then go down. Is there a little port of entry? Yes, there is a little port of entry. Right there. Alright, book. Where is ya? Where is this book at? With how long it takes me to dispatch these freaking crab people, I hope I have enough breath. Well, me running out of mana is not helping. Me being dazed is also not helping. Man, what is he hitting me with there? Yeah, he hits me, but what does he hit me with? Huh. I don't see that logbook anywhere. I hope it's not one of those. If it gets looted, it takes like 10 minutes to freaking respawn. That would drive me nuts. That would drive me pretty batty. Man, where is this book at? It's labeled here. Right here. Or here. Oh, I don't see it. Is it in a chest? Doesn't look like a chest. Assume it would be on the ground or floating. Yeah, where the hell is it? It's not up top either. Alright, is there something that I'm missing here? Secondly, my crew, you might find the logbook is light. They're not making any higher ups on the island. Jump ship. Soggy old logbook. Wherever it is. It says it's over here. I hope it's not on the other ship and I'm looking in the wrong area. I don't want to give up this quest, but I might have to give up this quest if I can't find the item for this quest. You know? It says it's supposed to be like right here somewhere, but I don't see it. It's not floating anywhere, is it? Doesn't look like it's floating anywhere. Doesn't look like it, but Anyway, fellas, this is just a test run. It's the test run to see how this video works out in the engagement and stuff like that. And I will wrap up this episode for today. And I might do some live streams with this eventually. We'll see how its response is, how the response is for it, and all that kind of stuff. And with that, my friends, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We're getting it going. We're getting the ball rolling. And until next time, friends, peace out.